So you have to write a paper and your prof says, write an outline. You may be tempted to skip it. Why not just jump into actually writing the paper and save yourself some precious time?
But here's the thing.
Creating an outline, whether required by your prof or not, is actually one of the most efficient things you can do with your time when you are facing a college writing assignment. It will give you a starting point so that you can avoid that staring at a blank screen writer's block. It will give you specific direction in your research because you will know exactly what you need to look up or what kinds of resources or evidence you need to find. I can also say that as a professor, I can definitely tell when students have taken the time to write an outline for themselves before writing their paper. Their paper flows more smoothly and more logically. It's less likely to be missing key pieces of information. Naturally, this also means that these papers tend to be the ones to earn higher grades. So how do you create an outline? Although the specifics of what's included in an outline can vary depending on the specific type of writing assignment that you have, there are some things that tend to apply across the board. First, there are usually, at the most basic level, three main components of a paper. First, there's the introduction, where you introduce your topic, problem, issue, question, argument, that central piece driving your paper, and you tell your reader why it matters, why they should care, as well as providing a bit of background context. The second component is usually the body of the paper. This is often where you are presenting your evidence, giving your examples, summarizing your references, and telling your story. Third is the conclusion, where you bring everything to a tidy end, emphasize your main takeaways, and leave the reader with something to think about or put into action. It's also important to realize that every piece of writing is designed to communicate something. And for humans, the most effective and compelling way to communicate something is through story. Now, there are many story structures, but the most common involve describing the setting, introducing some problem or issue that a main character is facing, sharing the up and down journey that that character goes on, and then concluding with a satisfying ending that evokes emotion or action. Even scientific research papers tell a story. They present the setting. That is what research has been done before. What do we already know? They present a problem or an issue. This is what we don't yet know. This is what we are investigating. They take you on the journey. They describe the methodology and the statistical analysis of how they investigated this problem. And then they give you their conclusion, the study results, why they matter, how they can be applied to real life. So next, I'm going to walk through an example of how to actually create an outline. But before I do that, are you finding this video helpful so far? If you are, subscribe. So let's walk through an outline example. For this purpose, we'll pretend that we are writing a persuasive essay or an argument essay, which is a common type of writing assignment in college. So first, you have your introductory paragraph. This is where you hook your reader. You make them care about whatever problem or issue or argument you are going to be defending in this paper. This is also where you'll introduce and define any key concepts that the reader needs to know in order to understand your evidence and arguments later in the paper. In your story structure, you are providing the setting here. Now, usually the thesis statement comes at the end of this introductory paragraph. This is a clear statement of the argument that you are making and will be defending for the rest of your paper. In the story structure, this is the part of that introduction that is the hook and the central problem driving the action, driving your paper. Now, a quick aside. Although the rest of the outline can be really short bullet points, I really recommend writing out the full thesis statement word for word in your outline. And this is because if you are still not sure what your thesis statement actually is, it can make writing an outline around something really vague just a waste of time. Now, once you've got that introduction piece and your thesis statement clarified, you want to list at least 3 reasons or pieces of evidence that will support your thesis statement. In the story structure, this is the journey. Now, you won't be able to do this if you don't know anything about your topic yet. So this is why I really recommend doing a pre-research exercise before starting work on an outline. And for more details on that exercise, definitely check out this video right up here. Now, again, be aware that the supporting reasons or evidence that you put down in this initial outline may change as you move through the writing process, and that is okay. The goal here is that you have a place to start. You have some direction to your research so that you are not wandering aimlessly through the databases trying to find anything that is relevant. Finally, once you've got your bullet points of evidence down, you will finish with your conclusion bullet points of your outline. So the conclusion portion of your paper should include key takeaways, perhaps some further questions to ask or some action steps to take. Sometimes this includes a powerful quotable quote that you want to leave your reader with when they are finished reading your paper. In that story structure, this is the satisfying ending. And again, this is an outline, so you may not yet have that quotable quote fleshed out or all of your takeaways finalized. But you should have enough bullet points here to know where you're driving the action to. Now, once you've finished your bullet point outline, take a moment to evaluate it. Is anything missing or weak? Does the organization make sense? Will it be easy to make these bullet points flow well together? Make a few adjustments as necessary, but then move on from the outline and start writing. Often I will actually copy and paste the outline text into my actual paper document, and I will start filling in paragraphs as the inspiration comes. So I don't necessarily start at the beginning and write through all the bullet points in order. So let yourself first go where things are flowing most easily, and you can start to get some momentum in your writing. And pretty soon that bullet point outline will start to morph into an actual well-organized paper. Now, again, for more tips on the actual writing process, including drafting, revising, and editing, definitely check out my writing strategy video. Now, one bonus here is that once you've created one outline, you now have a template that you can use and adjust for future papers. We all know that starting from something is so much easier than starting with a blank page. And there you have it. You are ready to create that outline and tell that story no matter the topic or the course or the writing assignment. And again, if you are interested in videos on more specific writing forms, definitely let me know in the comments. Happy writing. I will see you all next time.